Hello, this is Spartacus here again, and welcome to another video. And today I'm actually going to be talking about Black Ops 3 specialist characters and how they might affect Call of Duty here. Now, the gameplay you guys are seeing is some Black Ops 1 multiplayer gameplay that I've actually been playing a lot recently. I just love Black Ops 1. I think Black Ops 1 may be my favorite Call of Duty game. I just don't know. I mean, I think it's my favorite multiplayer Call of Duty game. I don't know, just something about multiplayer in that game is just amazing. I just love it. But gameplay you guys are watching, at the very beginning, my team is taking the lead in domination, and then the team starts getting ahead by a lot of points, and then we eventually come back at the end with a comeback. And so hopefully you all sit back and enjoy that while I talk about the specialists and probably some other things that Black Ops 3 multiplayer has to come for us this next week, because in 7 days at the time of making this video it is going to be out, and we are going to have our own first time having hands-on with it, and it's just going to be amazing. One thing I want to point out before I start getting into my commentary is my arm is like killing me right now. I have this giant bump on my arm. Don't worry, it's not like some disease or Ebola, or actually I don't even think Ebola, you get bumps on your arms, but like it's this huge bump on my arm. From playing football, and yeah, it just like really hurts. It's bothering me so bad. Hopefully it doesn't affect my game on Saturday. And yeah, I said Saturday, yeah, that's Halloween, and yeah, so I'm gonna be playing on Halloween. It's just gonna be weird having a game that day. I want to talk about specialist characters here. Now, I think specialist characters is going to have a huge part in Call of Duty multiplayer. It may not seem like it, but it kind of does. Now, we've all had hands-on in beta. We've all know what multiplayer is going to be like. Well, most of us do, because you last-gen people probably haven't even played the beta, and I feel very bad for you guys. But you see, the thing about specialists that we're going to be 9 total specialists in the game, and each specialist character has its own weapon and its own ability. Of course, you can't have the ability and weapon at the same time when you're playing a game. You have to have one or the other, and a lot of them are just so unique, you know. But I feel like are they really powerful? Like the Reaper, I kind of find the Reaper specialist ability is pretty powerful, because it's kind of like having a if the Reaper, okay, so the Reaper, for example, has a kind of like a machine gun that comes out of its arm, right? That's its specialist weapon, and you can earn I like to think of it as kind of like a death machine from previous Call of Duty games. Only back in previous Call of Duty games, in Black Ops 1 and in Black Ops 2, it was a kill streak. And in this game, it's kind of like it is a specialist weapon, but the earned specialists, they're kind of like support streaks from like Call of Duty Ghosts or Modern Warfare 3 when they were introduced. And so having that like death machine, but it's like a support kill streak basically, and it's like seems pretty easy to earn. But I mean, another thing to take note of is that it's a kill streak that does go away once you do activate it. Like, let's say you activate it, and right when you start shooting someone, but you die, you can't use it again. So I mean, that is another thing. And oh man, I think I'm also developing a cold, which really sucks. I don't like it. But there's also the 9th and final specialist character you unlock in the game. Well, I think it's the final one you unlocked, is the crap, I just forgot his name. Firebreak. Yes, I think his name's Firebreak, and his weapon is a flamethrower, which I think is awesome. I've always wanted a flamethrower back in Call of Duty ever since I found out World at War had one, and Black Ops 1 actually had attachments for it. But I mean, it was a flamethrower attachment. I don't want an attachment on my weapon. I want an actual flamethrower I can run around with and just burn people. And using the flamethrower for Firebreak, I think is gonna maybe actually the most popular character, because I just think running around burning people is just gonna be amazing. I just can't wait to play like domination, and I see someone take my flag. I go up there, activate that specialist weapon, and I just start burning people off that flag. I just think it's gonna be an amazing weapon. It's gonna be. If Black Ops 3 specialist characters, I think, is a great addition to the Call of Duty series. Not only do I think it's a great addition to the Call of Duty series, but I also think it's a good addition in just video games in general. Specialist characters do seem like they're kind of a ripoff from specialist abilities in Destiny, because Destiny has something similar where you press both triggers at the same time, or not triggers, they're bumpers at the same time, and then you activate that ability and like you pull out some sort of weapon depending what character and Destiny you're using. And then Black Ops 3 kind of had something similar, but in Black Ops 3 we have like a bunch of different characters, and it's a multiplayer match. It's not an MMO game, and I don't know. I think this is really cool. So I don't think this is a good addition to Call of Duty as for us Call of Duty fans. But as for people who just play the game every once in a while, not people who aren't like super huge Call of Duty fans, but people who will just go out there and buy the game and they just play it and they think, oh, this game's pretty fun. I get to activate the special ability and I get kick butt, and it's just kind of fair for everyone, I feel like. And not only can it be the game can be fair for everyone for using specialist abilities and weapons, but also on the MLG competitive scene. I don't really know about MLG and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a big competitive player, even though of course I like to win, but I'm not like the MLG pros or anything. But for them, I think it's gonna be very, very competitive, especially with MLG players and how that's gonna turn out. So I don't know. I think specialist characters are gonna be an amazing addition to the Black Ops 3 multiplayer. And kind of moving on past these specialist characters and how great I think they are. I mean, is there any downsides to them? There could be some downsides. Like I said, the Reaper ability does have a death machine come out of its arm, which does seem kind of powerful. And I think it is kind of powerful, but I mean, there's also the flamethrower that's also really powerful. But of course, the only downside of having a flamethrower with that Knight Specialist character is actually its range. Basically, you have to be at close range. The flamethrower can go out at pretty long ranges, because flamethrowers in real life actually can go longer than you guys think. And so, I don't know. I mean, like, every specialist, I think, just has, like, a unique ability in its character. I don't know. I'm not sure if the specialist characters in multiplayer have anything to do with the campaign. You think they would. But so far, I've seen the, like, campaign trailers. I just see totally different characters. I mean, I've never seen, like, they're not the specialist characters I've seen in the multiplayer. So, I don't know. It's kind of a little curious about that. But I guess we'll just have to see when the game comes out. So moving on past the specialist characters, another thing I want to talk about multiplayer is the final score streak. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this on YouTube lately, so I thought I might as well. So I don't think anyone knows what the final, like, the final score streak, my apologies, not kill streak, but score streak is in the game. In the multiplayer beta, we were able to use every single score streak. The highest one is the Mothership. Treyarch, I think, did confirm that the highest kill streak will be the Mothership, and they're just not going to have anything higher than that. But there is another score streak that said that was like classified, and we didn't know what it was. Now there has been some speculation going on. Like, some people were hoping it would be dogs, like they would bring back dogs, because it's something that Treyarch kind of had in all their Call of Duty games, is having dogs as their score streak, which I think is a pretty cool kill streak in my opinion. But if you think about it, they actually kind of replaced dogs with wraps. Wraps are basically like the same thing as dogs. I mean, they're just giant spiky balls that go around the map and then they blow up next to enemies. Now, that's the one thing that disappoints me about wraps. I think wraps is an amazing kill streak idea. The only problem I have with it, I love calling them in, they get me kills, but I don't want them to, like, explode. I don't want them to explode next to the enemy. I want them to run over the enemy. I mean, right? Come on. Like, there's these just giant spiky balls. I want them to run over the enemy and shred their body parts everywhere. I want to see that in multiplayer. I don't want to see their bodies blow up right next to it. I mean, I want to see the Raps just run them over. Like, I don't know. I just think that the Raps just ran them over and there's gonna be blood everywhere. I just think that'd be awesome. I would just love seeing that in multiplayer. I mean, come on. Like, who came up with the idea about them exploding next? So maybe their first idea was the balls running them over, but maybe something didn't work out. I don't know. But the reason why I don't think the last or the classified score streak is going to be dogs is because we already have Raps and they're kind of already similar to it, because you guys probably can understand that. And a lot of speculation has actually gone around, which is this is a very, very good idea. I don't know. I always do this in all my videos. I always screw up on my talking, but because I get very excited. But some people, and I definitely do agree with them, and this makes a lot of sense, is that the classified score streak is a sentry gun. I mean, in the multiplayer beta, we never saw a sentry gun in every previous Call of Duty game before that, like since, Modern Warfare 2? Is that right? I think it's Modern Warfare 2, because Modern Warfare 2 is when they had multiple lists of score streaks, or kill streaks anyway. And the sentry gun, I think, is one of them. I think the sentry gun is going to make a return in Black Ops 3. I kind of hope it does, but can I live without it? Yeah, I really, honestly don't use the sentry gun that much. I mean, back in Advanced Warfare, I never used the sentry gun, and the reason for this being was, well, actually it was called a remote turret, because if you put attachments on, then you can make it a sentry gun, is because everyone ran blind eye in Advanced Warfare, and it seemed like none of the AI kill streaks would do any work, and that's why I never run the remote turret back in Advanced Warfare. But like, I never put the sentry attachment on it in Advanced Warfare because it's just I don't know, like, because everyone would run around with blind eye, like I said. What I would actually do is I would have the detachable option where I like grab the turret and like hold it in my hands, and I would like have a laser turret, and like this neon purple laser just come out, and I'll just shred people. That was actually really cool thing I used to do a lot, and it got me a lot of kills. But yeah, I think the final classified score streak that we don't know yet is going to be a sentry gun. I can't really think of any other like score streak or kill streak they're going to be using from previous Call of Duty games. I hope it's like I hope it's a powerful kill streak. It could be a low kill streak, could be those medium kind of score streaks, or it could be a high kill streak. And it's not going to be the highest because it seems like Treyarch already confirmed that. But speaking of high kill streaks, like the Mothership in Black Ops 3 will be the highest one. I've actually seen people complain about the Mothership, saying it's really not that powerful. Like, I was watching gameplay of this one guy named Go619. He's not a very popular YouTuber, but I mean, he's a very, very good Call of Duty player. I find him better than the pros, honestly. He showed gameplay of him running the Mothership in the Black Ops 3 beta, and when he used it, it seemed like it took him forever to shoot the enemies. Like, it just seemed like the thing I think that makes kill streaks powerful is that it has that kind of blast radius when you shoot enemies on the ground, and you don't have to be directly like on them to actually kill them. I mean, it does add a kind of skill gap there if you like shoot directly on them, but I mean, I feel like when you shoot the ground, it should have that blast radius and actually kill people easier. That's how I feel like kill streaks when you use them, they become powerful. And that's the thing I like about Black Ops 3 multiplayer. It's like, if you do good in Black Ops 3 multiplayer, you will get rewarded highly, and it'll just be very rewarding once you do well. That's the skill gap I kind of like in Black Ops 3, and that's something I can't wait to come. But yeah, I actually don't know if the gameplay ended here or not. I don't know if the gameplay's continuing on, or it's almost over, or something like that. But the video is going to end right here, you guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed that domination gameplay. I don't know if it ended or not, because I don't have it like on my Sony Vegas right now. I gotta like add it in there and see how long it is, but I think it's already over, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video and gameplay and commentary, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel this video deserves, and just comment down below and say you're excited for Black Ops 3. I cannot wait. It's coming out next week, and the funny thing is, it's coming out on Friday, and on that Friday is my last football game, and it's the end of the quarter for my school, so it's kind of weird. It's like so much things are going on Friday, and I won't be able to play it, which sucks. Like, I have to play on a Saturday, which actually I'm not complaining because it's on the weekend, and I have so many videos for you guys to make. But of course, you guys are gonna be watching a bunch of other YouTubers, and they're gonna be showing a lot more gameplay than me. So, but anyway, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating, and I shall catch you guys next time.